right, a very fantastic Sunday afternoon, guys. Hope everybody's doing all right. Of course, yesterday we witnessed a great match between Chelsea and Manchester City in that thrilling FA Cup final. Of course, Chelsea lost in just moments, hours after Chelsea lost that FA Cup. It was announced via Fabrizio Romano. It was announced that Xabi Alonso is headed to the London City. Xabi Alonso is a new head of coach for Chelsea Football Club. Now, I was very starstruck I've been very indifferent about Xabi Alonso being the head coach for Chelsea because Chelsea they are fond of like firing managers in and out. So I didn't really think that Xabi would really take the job. But just seeing that pose of Xabi, holding the Chelsea shirts, just seeing the way Chelsea played yesterday, after seeing the way Chelsea played yesterday, man, I can't really wait to see what Javi does with his players because just thinking about it, it gives me a rush, it gives me goosebumps. I am so excited, and I do think Xavi has really made the right move. I know he has been really tied and linked with the Liverpool job, but we don't know what Liverpool holds for Arne Slot. Is he going to continue next season? So we don't really know, and you have to put in mind that Liverpool they're not really fond of firing and sacking coaches. So I think to my thinking, the way I feel, I believe that Arne Slot is gonna continue next season. So Xabi Alonso has really made the right move, and I can't wait to see what he does with this team. You know what he does with the likes of Enzo Fernandez, the likes of Cole Palmer, the likes of João Pedro, the likes of Caicedo, Moises Caicedo. I can't really wait to see what Xavi Alonso has in store for this team because you have to put in mind that Chelsea is a really relative young team and they are very talented. And we saw what they could do in the Club World Cup, how they could play under Enzo Maresca. We saw that they have really great potential. So of course it's going to be a big challenge for Xavi Alonso next season because I presume Chelsea won't be playing any European competition. So I believe that his goal is to win the Premier League or at least make Chelsea finish in the top four um, of the league table. Now it's going to be tough with the likes of Manchester City, Manchester United, Arsenal, who are really going to bring their A game next season. So it won't be easy for Chelsea. But I believe that Chelsea would really do great with Xabi Alonso next season because Xabi Alonso, guys, is just not an ordinary manager. He's not an ordinary manager. When you look at the kinds of coaches or the caliber of coaches that he has played under, he's played under Vicente Del Bosque, who was the Spanish head coach from 2009 to somewhat 2012. He won with him the FIFA World Cup and the Euros. So we saw how great Spain was a team under Vicente Del Bosque. He also played under Jose Mourinho in that Real Madrid side when Real Madrid won the league with 100 points. So he also has that philosophy. He played under Carlo Ancelotti. He played under Rafa Benitez in Liverpool. He also played in Bayern Munich under the greatest manager of all, that is Joseph Pep Guardiola. So Xavi Alonso is just not your ordinary manager. We saw how he did with that insane Bayern Leverkusen side. I mean, Bayern Leverkusen did the unbelievable, right? What he did with Bayern Leverkusen, it was really unbelievable. I mean, he defeated Bayern 3-0 at Bayern Munich's home, and he dethroned them after Bayern winning 8 consecutive Bundesliga Liga. Coming, he embarrassed them, and he went on to win the Bundesliga Liga undefeated. That's just insane. It gives me a rush. It still feels so surreal when you think about it. Going unbeaten in the Bundesliga. Not even the mighty Bayern Munich, no Bayern Munich, no Dortmund has ever done that. But Bayern Leverkusen managed to do that. So when you look at the principle or the play of his style of play of Xabi Alonso is sort of like that spectrum, that mixture of both tactical football, of both pressing counter football, and possession play football, right? Because he's played under this crazy managerial philosophy, Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, Rafa Benitez, Carlo Ancelotti, and Del Bosque. So he's kind of like a mixture of, of all those tactical philosophies, all those managerial philosophies, that education that he's received under these great managers. He brings him. He's now like the birth of that, right? So man, Xavi Alonso is great. I gotta say, like I feel for me, Xavi Alonso kind of like ranks in the top five, currently the best manager in the world. Joseph Pep Guardiola, I think, currently he ranks that. Hansi Flick, Mikel Arteta, Xabi Alonso. Very few managers can really rival Xavi Alonso. Though he hasn't done so much with other clubs like Real Madrid, I believe that if Xavi Alonso did stay with Real Madrid this season, the Real Madrid would have at least shown the glimpse of what they could be, what they could be in the future. But he unfortunately, he was sacked way too soon, and Real Madrid is kind of like is not a tactical football club, so it's kind of like managed by its man players, managed. I don't know what I'm even saying. So it's sort of that. So I don't rank Xavi as a fair. I believe that Real Madrid failed Xavi Alonso instead of Xavi Alonso failing Real Madrid. I believe that Real Madrid itself failed Xavi Alonso, and very unfortunate to see how things ended between Xavi Alonso and Real Madrid. But again, getting back to Chelsea, I can't wait to see what Xavi Alonso does with that midfield. I mean, we saw what he did with the likes of Frimpong, the likes of Xhaka, and the likes of Verts, the way he worked that midfield, and the way he worked with those players. I mean, Xabi Alonso, he just didn't go the entire Bundesliga season unbeaten. It's not the only. He lost one game in all competition, one game, and that's the Europa League final against the mighty Atalanta. The game, I believe, the game that made Lukman a household name, a big, grande household name, right? So, man, kudos to Xavi Alonso. I am really happy. I can't really wait to see what he does with his Chelsea. I believe that Chelsea is gonna bring that A game in next season, and it's very unfortunate that they won't be playing the Champions League. But we're gonna see what they bring to the Premier League and the FA Cup, the Carabao, etc. Right? So very good signing for Chelsea. I mean, speaking of the Bundesliga, a former Bundesliga player, one of the great strikers of our generation, it has been finalized that now Robert Lewandowski will be leaving the club. Now, I don't really know if he'll be leaving the club for free, or he'll be he'll be bought, or like some. I haven't really drove into the news because I was busy, searching about Javi Alonso's stuff, and I didn't really look into Lewandowski. Now, Lewandowski leaving the club, I believe Lewandowski would rank as one of the Barca great players, right? The reason why I say this because Lewandowski joined the club when the club was really in shambles, and I believe that's just a topic for another video. So I'll have to make another video about Lewandowski. So remember to like, subscribe, comment. Peace out.